Hey guys, this is Steli After with Closeout. Today I want to talk about the dangers of pitching prematurely, what I like to call throwing darts in the dark. So here's the phenomenon. A lot of times I see salespeople on a call talking to a prospect or potential customer, and they'll start pitching fairly early on in the initial call, and it will sound something like this. So let's imagine we've built like a scheduling app for doctors, right? So salesperson on the phone with the doctor pitching their scheduling app, and they'll start off by saying, "Hey doctor, we've built this scheduling app called whatever ABC. We help a lot of doctors save tons of time. What do you guys think? Would that be interesting?" And the doctor goes, "No, I mean we don't really have that problem. I don't think this is really for us. Blah blah blah." And then they'll go, "Yeah, but our scheduling app can also help you kind of reduce staff costs because you won't have to have somebody on the phone all the time going back and forth with potential patients. Are you interested in reducing your staffing costs?" And the doctor will go, "No, really, I don't think this is for us. This is not really something we're interested in." "Yeah, doctor, but how about if we could actually increase your revenue a little bit?" And they will go on and on and on, basically throwing darts in the dark. They don't have a clear target. They don't have a clear understanding what the target is. They're just throwing features and value propositions and hope that something will stick, something will hit kind of a soft spot or a target, something that the doctor cares about. The problem with that approach, number one, is wastes way too much of energy and time, right? You're throwing out aimlessly value propositions and features and functionalities hoping something will work out. It doesn't seem like you know what you're doing because you don't, right? That's not really an approach or a strategy. It's kind of desperate. The second thing is that, as the conversation goes on, if the doctor has to say no and no and no, what you do is you build a no streak, right? You make the doctor say no more than yes. Even if you say something that they might be interested in after they've told you no for 4 or 5 times in a row, it's much more likely psychological that they'll just keep staying on the no street and saying another no because they kind of start tuning out and they start thinking and feeling like you don't really know what they're interested in, you don't really get it, and you probably don't have anything of value to offer. So throwing out value propositions and features and throwing darts in the dark is definitely the best approach to lose the deal and lose interest and lose somebody's attention early on in the sales cycle. So what should you guys do instead, right? What should you do to make sure that when you throw, you hit, and when you pitch, people buy whatever it is that you want to sell them on? So first and foremost is you have to learn to ask questions until you reach some level of understanding and not just stay on the surface level of understanding, but actually go really deep. So for an example, in this in our example of pitching doctors on our scheduling app, what if I ask the doctor, "Hey doctor," maybe an open question first, "what's one of the biggest challenges that you guys have in your practice today, especially when it comes to like patients, managing revenue, managing cost, and managing your time?" Well, the doctor might start saying something like, "Well, as any doctor, the days are, today's, our economy is tough and running a practice is really tough. So really figuring out a way to make more money is always, a really crucial thing for us to have a healthy practice that can keep on servicing our patients." Okay, so revenue is really important in increasing your revenue, right? Most salespeople would think, "Oh, I got it. This guy cares about revenue. Let me pitch him our scheduling app as a way for them to make more money." Well, hold on. You only have surface level understanding. Let's go a little bit deeper. You might want to ask the doctor, "Well, if getting more money and making more revenue is a core thing, what have you tried in the past and what kind of things would you think about doing currently? Is it about advertising to get more new patients on board? Is it about increasing your efficiency, so having people show up on time and have like less of a rate of people of no-shows during your day? What's kind of things that you could think of that would really make a dent?" And maybe the doctor says, "Well, the no-show thing, we don't really have that problem. And, I don't know. I mean, for us, probably spending more money on advertising would be the main thing, like getting more new customers." Oops, right? That changes the whole dynamic of the conversation dramatically from what the first version of the answer was. Now, I can do what I probably would want to do at this point is even go a bit deeper. And now, obviously I can't sell them advertising because our solution is a scheduling app, but I can still try to figure out, is that really their problem that they need new people? Do they really have a no-show rate that's really good? What about reducing cost, right, as kind of a more surefire way to make more money, right? A dollar saved is a dollar made. There's lots and lots of ways the conversation can go, but the important thing is that I keep asking questions until I arrive at a level of clarity that I can actually offer an effective pitch, right? So ask questions until you really understand the other side. And then look for not just the content, but also the context, not just what they say, but how they say it. The parts of the conversation where you've seen their interest go up and you see kind of the energy in their voice get a lot more excited. Just look for those cues as kind of focusing more on the key target, the thing that the customer or potential customer really cares about and that you should be selling them on. And then before you throw the dart, before you try your pitch, test, right? Do a little test run. If you arrive at a point where you think saving them cost, is kind of a way that they would be really interested in it, and saving them cost in the way they do scheduling is something they actually would want to buy. Don't just go, hey doctor, I think I got the perfect thing for you. We can save you costs on scheduling. No, go, hey doctor, if there was a solution, if there was a way for you to save on scheduling costs, kind of staffing costs, the software that you use, all the things that you have to do, all the resources that you have to deploy in order to schedule your day-to-day practice in as effective and efficient manner as possible, would you be interested in a solution like that, saving you a lot of money instead of, as a quicker and faster way to increase the profit of your practice versus trying all kinds of new advertising things that have unknown outcomes? And then wait what they say. They might go, no, I'm not really interested in that. I'm not a real saving money guy, right? They'll give you a feedback that might now stop you from actually pitching what you wanted to pitch and have to kind of take another round of questions and another round of interacting until you get a clearer sense of what would work. Or they might say, yeah, you know what, that would be interesting. Boom, now you have a clear target. Now you know what's going on. Now you can throw and you are certain that you will hit. Right? You have the clarity, you have the target in mind, you know exactly what they care about. Now it's time to actually pitch, right? So next time you're on a phone call and you talk to a prospect, don't pitch prematurely. Don't throw darts in the dark. Ask questions. Pay attention to the content and context. Make sure that you actually understand them and then test before you ultimately go out to pitch them on the solution that you think they'd be most interested in.